menus and tabbing through the various collections. Although it may be intimidating and overwhelming at first, it makes me so excited to sink hundreds of hours collecting pointless cards, engravings, music sheets, tokens.
He said pointless. The card's pointless? Sure, maybe, since you're new, right? Pointless engraving? Yeah, let me slap the guy, dude. Pointless engraving? Are you kidding me, dude? That's the first thing that makes your character strong, dude. Narc, who is this guy? Alright, let's go. Never heard of him.
Hey, what up, boys? Welcome back to my first impression series where we take a look at new additions to the MMO genre and see if the gameplay, systems, and potential of the game is either that rare breed of hopium, filling our lungs with that feeling of joy and excitement that a newly released MMO might actually not be garbage for once. Or is it merely just unrefined copium we bitterly huff because there's
Hopium.
nothing better to play
Fishing.
currently? To ease us in though, I'd like you all to grab yourself a Coca-Cola because Lost Ark is definitely
It's whiskey for me.
unique, if nothing else, and I think that alone deserves our attention. Now, with all that bollocks out of the way, let's begin, shall we?
Right, let's begin. Unique take on
So right off the
MMOs.
bat, it starts off pretty rocky, featuring a gender-locked class system, so that may already turn off a lot of the Western MMO player base. However, it needs to be said that Lost Ark is completely free-to-play, but does offer some convenience-level buffs from their crystal store that is borderlining on pay-to-win. However, I'll touch on the pay-to-win issues in the final segment.
I don't know about that one.
I wanted to drop it early, so not to waste your time if any of you guys are genuinely not interested in an MMO that even has the faintest sign of pay to win, and trust me guys, I don't blame you. Anyway, back onto the topic of classes. They offer 7 classes with 2 of them split into separate genders. However, their gender options are unique due to their advanced class system, which basically plays out like a specialized version of the class.
No shit.
And that actually brings the total classes to a whopping 15. And that's pretty impressive for a new game.
Alright, thanks for the follow everyone so far. I'll link the video later, Savik. Oh, actually, never mind. John already linked it then. Finish the video, you can rest in dungeons, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, the gender unlock part, I mean, like, they're working on it right now, right? That's why, like, you have, like, a striker and a gunslinger as the female or male version of it. But I mean, like, you know, whatever you do, it doesn't matter, I guess. I prefer this kind of thing because, like, it brings out, like, new playstyle rather than a carbon copy in a female body. So basically, think of it this way, right? This is what I'm thinking, right? In terms of a gender unlock, if you carbon copy a Deadeye, a Devil Hunter, into a Gunslinger, let's say, exactly the same, right? Then Gunslinger is gonna be annoying as well. And it's gonna be, like, less underplayed as well. For the same reason why Deadeye is not that popular, is because of its positional requirement. But now, Gunslinger is great because it plays differently than Deadeye, right? And a lot of people will like one over the other. I don't know. I think this is a better way to do it. So yeah, so I don't like carbon copy, and I get why people would like carbon copy, but still, you know, I still prefer this one. So yeah. Right, thank you for the follow again, everyone. Right, let's continue. 15 is on the beta only, by the way. So yeah, there is 21 right now in KR.
Disclaimer though, in case you were unaware, this game has actually been out for a very long time in Korea, with it originally releasing in the East in 2019. Moving on, we of course choose the sexiest waifu, which is the one that can beat me to a pulp, in the form of the female martial artist. The customization is fairly standard, allowing for your typical Korean level customization, similar to BDO, and it holds that trademark plague of terrible lighting mechanics. But hey, after spending 10k hours in BDO, I'm pretty much used to that by now. When your waifu is all gleamed up and ready to crush some balls, the game injects you straight into the thick of
Copium
things,
inhaler.
dropping you right at level 10 for you to pick your advanced class right away, instead of letting you experience the first initial 10 levels. This is likely to save the initial experience for the actual release. However, if I'm wrong about that, feel free
That is wrong.
to let us know in the comments.
So basically, right, they changed the prologue, the first 10 level, because the first 10 level used to force you. You wanna play a warlord, a gun lancer? Well, too bad. First 10 level, you're a berserker. So yeah, that's the reason why it's like that. Second reason is because they made Striker and Gunslinger, which is a gender unlock, and they have to make a totally new prologue. They're not wasting that resource on that, so they make a generalized prologue now. So yeah, that's wrong. I'm not saying like he's wrong or anything. I'm just like explaining, because he said like if it's wrong, let him know in the chat, right? So yeah, that's basically what it is.
And now we finally get to talk about the most unique part about this MMO and why I think it's worth giving it a try despite anything else about it. This
Huh?
MMO
Okay.
plays like an asymmetric RPG, very similar to games like Path of Exile or Diablo, but one could even argue it's similar to Albion Online, though citation needed on that as my Albion Online experience extends to not actually having logged into it. So just to keep things simple, let's just say it's closer to PoE or Diablo. I'm not someone who
I don't know about
actually
that.
enjoys asymmetric games, and I will admit that my initial enthusiasm for the game was dulled a little as the ARPG gameplay loop started to wear me down right away. But after the initial starting quest and entering the open world
What's the ARPG gameplay loop, yeah? You mean the part where you kill everything until something kills you? Yeah, exactly. The extent of like how it is the same is the camera, and that's it. After that, it's totally different. So I don't know. Spin on mob. Well, it plays differently unless he plays like his leveling. Let's say he levels like up to like let's say level 30, and then he might think that like, oh, it's like that. No, it's an MMO, sir. So yeah. Yeah, Soul Master is a fine choice for a beginner. You need to get used to its resource system first, though. So yep. He meant isometric, but you gotta remember video players can form sentences. He meant isometric, yeah, isometric point of view camera. So yeah. Yeah. I think it's because like he knows ARPG and thought that the A means asymmetric. Probably. Some gauge, boys. Yeah, the gauge. Manage the gauge. Yeah, Soul Master is unique in a way that like this, right? You see this gauge here, right? This is not the same as any other class, so you need to get used to like how different this is. Maximum gauge. Let's go.
segment of Lost Ark, I was pleasantly surprised by what the game had to offer.
What it does right.
Exploration is easily one of the best parts about an MMO, and exploration isn't just limited to moving around the world and discovering new locations. Collection and completionism is an extremely important part for any MMO player who wants to commit a lot of time into the game, offering a lot of seemingly trivial things to collect and do in order to fill out a sheet that gives them a big golden star is more than enough incentive for players to actually play rather than standing around bored in the main city. This is a gameplay loop that I love. Guild Wars 2 does an extremely great job of this, and to my excitement, Lost Ark goes in on this with all guns blazing. This MMO has a whole progression system and UI revolving around collection called the Adventurer's Journal. Within this journal, you're required to go into each continent, find all the vistas, defeat rare bosses, find and unlock a lot of lore collectibles, and of course, complete the main story in each zone. And this is all displayed within a very tight and easy to understand UI. Very much an evolution of Guild Wars 2's world completion UI, and I will admit, filling this out completely is going to be a very satisfying journey. Additionally, it also offers some pretty significant rewards that really incentivize you to do exploration. A plethora of consumable items, unique mounts, and special cards for God knows what. And that leads me into the second thing that Lost Ark really does right for me. You see, one of the reasons I love BDO so much is because it has systems upon systems upon systems that all interlink with each other and create a game that heavily rewards players who learn how all of these things synergize with each other, as well as offering multiple diverse ways to customize and build up your account as a whole rather than individual characters.
I don't know about that, to be honest, dude. Like the adventure book and everything, right? Grass, David. Yeah. So for me, right? I'm not a collection guy. I never did any collection on the adventure book and everything. Doesn't stop you from MVPing anything though, right? So yeah, I mean like yes, it does give you like a bonus, sure, but those bonus are pretty they're pretty like minimalistic to be honest. So yeah. So in case like people are like get debated by this by the way, thinking that it's required, it's not. If you don't like it, you don't need to do it. No one is forcing you to do it. Maybe some weird people are gonna be like, you know, oh this guy doesn't do his collectibles. Some weird people will do that by the way. I know I've got that a lot actually. But you can see like, you know, gameplay level doesn't change, you know. Skill is still there. So yeah, don't worry about it. Filling out adventure book is pure pay to win. Oh yeah, but I'm free to play, man. That's why my adventure book is empty. Fishing, bro. Not doing collectibles, yeah.
Lost Ark seems to be teeming with this stuff, and just looking through the complicated menus and tabbing through the various collections, although it may be intimidating and overwhelming at first, it makes me so excited to sink hundreds of hours collecting pointless cards, engravings, music sheets, tokens.
He said pointless. The card's pointless? Sure, maybe, since you're new, right? Pointless engraving? Yeah, let me slap the guy, dude. Pointless engraving? Are you kidding me, dude? That's the first thing that makes your character strong, dude. But, you know, I mean, like, he can say, like, maybe, like, you know, his journey is pretty pointless as well. You don't like collectibles, but I did for SP? Yeah, there is motivation to do it, right? But it doesn't mean that if you don't do it, means you're, like, suddenly super behind. Not really, right? Not necessarily.
Artwork, seeds, titles. Come on, guys, my channel was built off the hope that Ashes of Creation is actually going to release one day. You must have known I'm missing a few screws by now.
What a joker.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess I can agree with that, you know, missing some screws. Maybe, I guess. Research, bro. Do your research. Will it beta than 11? Probably. Just to test it out, David. See if you enjoy it, man.
Very important part for the longevity of an MMO, as it keeps the dedicated player base busy with something to do and brag about. But now it's time for some real talk.
Whale fuck.
Unfortunately, Lost Ark is rife with insidious amounts of shameless pay-to-win. First things first, we got the insanely powerful version of this game's optional premium service, and oh boy, everyone loves the good old optional subscription, don't they? But this is quite common in free-to-play MMOs nowadays, so I can let this one slide because, again, I have ludicrous amounts of time in BDO after all.
It's also quite common that like people that don't know what this actually provides and what's important to think that this is pay to win because they have no clue what these things actually do. So yeah, nice dude. That is common indeed. And speaking of which, that's Blue Crystal by the way. Blue Crystal is not money. You can get it with in-game currency. It's an in-game currency you can get by playing the game.
Additionally, you have the pets purchasable from the store that offers your character power and pick up loot for you, similar to Black Desert Online. However, Lost Ark has the very poggies difference of requiring you to refresh your pet buffs for crystals every month, so thanks for that one, Emerson.
Again, it's Blue Crystal, you know? I mean, like, you know that the guy doesn't play the game because he doesn't know how to get Blue Crystal from inside the game. But, you know, that's how it goes right there.
Next, we got the mounts, which are just straight up upgrades.
Oh, and also required, by the way. He said required. I barely use it, dude. I use it like whenever I need it, right? And I don't really use them as well. I think like like in the past year that I played the game, I bought those pet effects in like less than 5 times in the past year. Even though I can buy it for free because of in-game currency, right? Without spending a single money. But I didn't buy it because I don't think you need it. So yeah, 3% HP. Oh wow, you get one shot by boss anyway because you suck. I mean like he put his work right, white box. But I mean like it's alright, you know, because some people thrive on like, you know, these kind of videos. So I don't think it's a bad take or anything. How does it get Blue Crystal? It's not hard at all. You just get gold, right? Which is from like the in-game. Playing the game gets you gold. You trade the gold with Blue Crystal. That's it. Problem solved. So yeah, if you're talking about the Royal Crystal, yeah, that's money. But everything here is buyable with the Blue Crystal, which is in-game currency. So yeah, 10% main stat is kind of a big deal, to be honest. What gives you 10% main stat, Cobra? Specifically then. Yeah, I know you're a new player. It's not difficult at all. So yeah. Instead of a llama chicken monster already mount, pay to win. So yeah. Pet buff like 10% mastery, etc. They're not, I mean like they did buff you, yeah. But think of it this way, right? I can still do the latest raid without that 10%. So do you think that like that 10% is like pay to win? I don't really think so. Doesn't stop me from MVPing either way. Like everyone here watches me raid, so yeah. Pretty straightforward, yeah. It's pretty straightforward basically. It's really straightforward. Like you can't get more straightforward than that. You get in-game currency by playing the game, and then you trade it with blue crystal. That's it.
Typical in-game earnable ones, offering movement speed boosts at a much lower cooldown. This one may be a moot point further down the line as you begin earning legendary mounts in-game. Oh, who am I kidding? Buying legendary tier mounts at level 1 is
Blue crystal.
clearly just a cash grab. But then we look at probably
Again, it's blue
one
crystal.
of the worst additions I've ever witnessed in an MMO.
And again,
Amazon
blue
have
crystal.
really outdone themselves with this one. You can buy consumables and upgrade stones right from the store.
But wait! There's more!
Using a good old-fashioned FOMO countdown. Oh, what a timeline we live in, guys, eh? Lucky us. Really great addition, Amazon. Thank you so much. I always wanted to see upgrade stones being sold for real-life money that I need to purchase
Exactly,
right now,
I state.
because it'll be
Exactly.
gone forever in the next 5 minutes.
Just because 1% of the players sneezes money every time they sneeze, $1 billion comes out, right? Doesn't mean anyone will do this, right? And even then, again, it's blue crystal. Me, if I want to, I can buy everything here without paying a single cent. Like whatever it is that like the top like whale do. If I want to. Do I need to? No, not really. And whales doesn't really do that as well. FOMO store, yeah. But yeah, again, I think like his thinking is that blue crystal is basically cash. And another thing is the mount thing, right? The mount is kind of like it's only in beta, you get mounts for free here and there. And some of them are faster than the others. It's just because there is only 2 mount right now. The cash one that you get given or the free one, then you can only compare those two, right? When you don't know like what's actually like what are the mounts in the game. So yeah. Even the game to 20 levels, I guess we'll see, Louis. We'll see. Thanks for the follow, hey, Crazy. PvP legendary mount is faster than both of the shop mount. Yeah, mounts are all different, and whether it's legendary or not, they are all obtainable here and there. So yeah. Look at Louis's comment. What did Louis say? I missed it, I think. What did Louis say? What did you say, man? What did he say? Someone say something. This video pisses me off. It's not pay to win, it's play to win. Well, it's general. That's basically every game, right? So yeah. Again, thank you for the follow, guys. Thank you. Welcome.
Will it? Nope, there it is again. Now I can buy another one. And all this is topped up with a currency exchange, allowing you to straight up cash in your hard-earned dollars for in-game currency, really deleting that last sense of value in the game. But do I recommend you guys give this game a try? Is this game Hopium? Or is it just another Copium-filled mech?
Speaking of which here, this currency exchange, this is like what people don't know, right? People don't know like basically currency exchange. Like, yes, you can cash in your money into blue crystal, which means to buy everything, right? Sure, that is true, right? But you need to know where that money goes. That money goes to person like me, who converts my gold into blue crystal. I'm buying blue crystal from you, basically, from the people that are paying. So basically, when you pay something into the game, you're not paying Smilegate, you're not paying Amazon. You're paying me, the free-to-play player. Because like you don't wanna go through the trouble of grinding. So yeah, here I give you my materials. Now you give me your 10 bucks. That's basically how it works with this currency exchange. Now I don't know how it is in like other MMO, but this is how it is. This is how it works. So yeah. Yeah, I saw that, David. You said it already, yeah. Thank you though. WoW is kinda pay to win too. Apparently, like from what I've heard, yeah, from Subs and the others, this is basically like WoW token system, right? Or something like that. The thing is, in WoW token, you pay your money into Blizzard, and they give you the token, right? Something like that. In this one, not really. You're kind of like paying me. So yeah. He didn't play past level 12. He literally get a pet at level 12. Oh yeah, he was actually saying about the pet as well. I forgot about that. He was saying like pet being like, you know, something that you buy or something like that. No, you get it for free at level 14. What do you mean, dude? Pay me,
A
let's
sense
go.
of value in the game. But do I recommend you guys give this game a try? Is this game Hopium? Or is it just another copium-filled mess? I, of course, recommend you at least give this game a try. It is free to play after all. It's a new addition to the scene, and around the time that this game is releasing in March 2022, there's really not much else going on in the MMO multiverse. It definitely has some Hopium-esque feels to it, offering pretty detailed and fleshed out collection systems, and it's also genuinely executed quite well with its visuals and mechanics. It's a game let down by ludicrous amounts of pay to win, which is very sad to hear for any MMO. However, I stuck out BDO, and I value that to be one of the best MMOs currently out there, so I'll be definitely diving deeper into this game to give it more of a chance like I did with BDO. And if you do choose to join me, please don't spend your money on this insidious cash grab. I'm a copium dealer, not a scam artist.
But Narc, BDO is pay-to-win trash also. The MMO genre is dead.
And to that I say, you need to quit being a crybaby and wait for Ashes of Creation, kid, cause you're high on copium.
I will say though,
No, but
Ashes
seriously,
of
what the
Creation
fuck is with-
is not gonna be great. At least not on the first years or something. New MMOs are never great at the start because they need to polish the game first. But you know, it is what it is, I guess. You know, some people can be excited about it, so yeah. Tinggalay system is smart and it allows those that want to grind, they can, and those that want to pay those grinders for some gold. Also, can you see? Also can. So where is the problem? I mean, that's how it is, right? But I mean, like, you know, there is the stigma of like paying your money into the game for like progression. You know, there is that stigma. Now games are different, and LA I think did it well because like as a free to play you can still be competitive. But you know, people don't know that.